Hello everyone, this is Mumbo, welcome back to the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 83 and we're currently over here by all of my new Fandangle pets, ready to start recording another video. And I've got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm super excited to start recording this video because I have got just a ton of really awesome plans. Okay, we're going to be working on some awesome stuff in today's episode. We're not actually going to be doing too much over in my base area, so if you're wanting a base episode, then sadly, this one isn't really for you. But we are going to be working over in Hermit Hills, which is an area that I have not visited for a very long time indeed. And yes, we are going to be doing some devious projects over there that should be quite a bit of fun. But before we begin, I want to test something out. As you guys know, recently I have been working on a few different projects and things. You know, I've been working on a few different projects, one of them being pretty big, a lot bigger than I was expecting. And that is the item transportation system that we have over here. So we chuck items into this chest, and then it takes the items over to different areas in the base. And what we're going to do at the start of today's episode is we're going to test my new system, okay? Because in a live stream that I did on Monday, the Monday evening live stream, we built the item elevator all the way over there, taking the items up to the satellite base area. That's something that I hadn't done yet, but I've just got it in, and that should mean that the entire thing is now up and running. At least, fingers crossed it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything set up. I believe this is the one that we need to flick. Is it? Let's take a look over here. Yes, I think. Honestly, I can't remember how this system works. Yes it is. Okay, so the items are going to be flowing into this one. Right, so we have flicked the correct lever. Now, if you just chuck all the items in the chest, they will be shot out into that water stream, make their way all the way over to the satellite base area, hopefully be elevated up into the chest in the module over there, and then we will have ourselves a working item transportation system. So I've put one stack of iron in, and you can see all of the items are flying out. Yes, they are. So let's go over there and take a look. So here goes. I am making my way over there. I think it should be somewhere around here. I'm not seeing the Mumbo biosphere just yet. Right, there it is. Okay, so that is the big glass dome that we have. And the item transportation module is right here. Oh, I can see iron. I can see iron. Iron is up at the top, so that means that it has been elevated up there. But it looks like it's missing some of the hoppers, which is a bit strange. Yes, okay, well, we're going to have to sort that out. Alright, we'll add some extra hoppers into this. Honestly, that's made me a little bit nervous, because all of my item elevators have this configuration of hoppers. Every single one of them. I never ever fill in the corner blocks of these things. So yeah, I might have to sort that out at some point in all of my item elevators that I have throughout my base. But it looks like all of them made it. Did they all make it? I can't really tell. Okay, we're gonna have to do another test. Test number 2 was a massive success. We put in 64 and 30 items into this chest here, and they were all successfully transported over to the satellite base area. So now what I've done is I've chucked all 64 and 30 back through into the chest up at the top there, and hopefully they are going to be transported back down into the storage system. So let's head over here and check the chest. Now, I did so much testing of this in the Monday evening live stream. It should be working. And yes, okay, so we've got a fully completed system that is now up and running. I can't see any problems currently, so we should be fine there. And one thing that I will just add, as you may have just read in the chat, I'm a little bit nervous here, okay, because Biffa has just asked if he can come over to my base for some cocoa beans. Now, he says that he comes in peace, but I don't know if I can trust Biffa at all times. He's doing a live stream right now, so I don't know if he's going to try and show off to all of his live stream buddies by completely destroying me. But I'll keep you updated, okay? I'll keep you updated on the Biffa situation, but for now, we're going to be heading over to Hermit Hills, because as I say, got a few projects that I want to work on over there. I think he wants to kill me. He's got his sword out. Oh, he had a game crash again. He's had a game crash again. Oh, Biffa, you are so unlucky. I saw him, I bumped into him on the minecart track, and then I saw that he had a sword out and a bow. But I think he's just had another game crash. So, I don't know if he does come in peace. I'm going to have to wait around in this area and see what happens. So it turns out that Biffa isn't actually trying to attack me in the slightest. His game didn't crash. That was just a server doing some funny business. He just had his sword in his hand by default because it's always a good thing to have. So yes, as far as I can tell, in today's episode, we are safe from the Biffa man. But anyway, moving on from the Biffa situation, we are going to take a look at what we're going to be doing in today's episode, and that is working on this thing right here. As you guys know, TinFoilChef around about 2 weeks ago put a gigantic mustache on Shrek, and we can't be having that, okay? Shrek, he's an innocent man, he can't move very much, he's quite large, alright? Takes a lot of energy to move yourself when you're that big. So yes, he has got himself an almighty mustache there, and that was built by TinFoilChef. And I'll put a link to his video down in the description if you do want to check that out. But what I thought we'd do is I thought we'd get him back by pranking the eyeball. Now, I came up with a few ideas for this one. I was originally going to put a hat on it. I thought that would be quite cool. Then I thought I would put a giant monocle over it. Thought that would be cool as well. But they were all suggested in the comment section. I did ask you guys for some suggestions, and one of my favourites was actually to turn it into a giant ice cream cone. I thought that would be really, really funny. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn TFC's eyeball into an ice cream. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to gather up a ton of hardened clay, because this is no small project, and then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Should I be worried? There's a ghast up there. I don't think he can see me. And he doesn't seem to be moving very much. I have not... They've caught a ghast! Someone's actually caught a ghast and put it up as a decoration in the nether hub. This is amazing. Who did that? Let me know down in the comment section who has done that, because that looks... Oh, that is so cool. I tell you what, I had a mini heart attack when I came through this nether portal over here. I walked out there, saw the ghast, I panicked. I sort of spazzed around a bit, fell over things. That is so awesome. Alright guys, I have been trying my best to think of what the best colour would be for the cone, because of course it's quite difficult to have a cone colour. I can't really think of any cone colours, although birchwood is a pretty good cone colour. I've just registered that. And sandstone. Sandstone is also quite a good cone colour. It's a good thing we're in a desert, isn't it? Because I think we're going to use sandstone. Sandstone is much smarter than any form of hardened clay. Yes, this looks like cone. Good. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here. I seriously don't. I've created this tiny little platform up at the top, and obviously, because of the way this cone works, I'm going to have to do a downwards type deal, okay? So I'm going to have to go from this point down to the bottom, which means that constructing it is going to be really difficult. So I think it would have been smart to actually have created some ladders here. Definitely would have been smart to do that. Let's do a bit of that. Oh my word, I have to say, I think I might have once again underestimated the scale of this project. Seriously, this is a mega one. This is a pretty mega project right here, what I'm doing. It's not like difficult or anything. It's so much. So many blocks need to be placed. Look how much sandstone I've got left. I've barely got anything left already, and we have only done about 2 of the layers here. It's absolutely bonkers. It really is absolutely bonkers. I don't know why I get myself into these messes. Why do I always propose the idea of doing super ambitious and absolutely gigantic pranks? You tell me. Why do I do it? Why do I put myself through this every single time? But that being said, the end product should end up looking really quite good. It's going to be a pretty repetitive, well, I wouldn't say repetitive episode, but it's going to be pretty repetitive for me, because I'm going to have to be placing these blocks just over and over again. Probably going to have to go and gather up some more sandstone as well. But the good news is that, of course, because this is a cone, it will get gradually easier as we go on. Okay, we have started with the hardest part. These are the biggest areas. Obviously, it's going to get smaller and smaller until hopefully, I don't know, it starts taking a lot less time. I can imagine that's going to be the case, but at the minute, this is just a little bit long-winded. So let's keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just logged on with the second account, and boy oh boy, does this look absolutely fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with how this all looks. It's just perfect. I have to say, in the previous clip, I probably sounded a little bit downhearted. That's just because I felt like it was all going wrong. I kept making mistakes. It was taking a lot longer than expected. And I was just like, oh, this is going to be rubbish. This is a rubbish prank. Why did I ever choose to do this? But now I'm seeing it on the camera account. The start is absolutely fantastic. If we can continue like this, it's going to look brilliant. It's going to look so good. Just a cone going right the way down to the bottom. I'm chuffed. I really am chuffed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up my camera account to stay around about maybe here. And we are going to do a third-person time-lapse of me building probably half of the cone because I am going to run out of sandstone very soon. So yes, I will do a little time lapse, then we'll come back, then I'll probably end up doing another time lapse. That's the episode plan at the minute. So yeah, let's begin. As you can see from my inventory, I have run out of sandstone once again. I'm down to a stack and a half, which generally speaking, that would be quite a lot of sandstone, but not for this build, because this thing is absolutely eating sandstone. I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe how much sandstone this is used. I mean, you guys saw me. You saw my inventory in the beginning. It was ridiculous. It was completely full. I was like, I'm never going to need this. I was talking about surplus resources and future projects and things, and here I am, for the second time in today's episode, running off to the desert to gather up some more. But it should be good, and this will allow us to complete the project. Progress is coming along strong, so let's crack on. So there I am, over there. I'm standing in the water right now, but over here we have got the current state of the eyeball. So this is what I like to call the eye scream. Do you get eye scream? That is what this prank is going to be known as, and currently we have probably about half of the cone now. I'd say we've used up more sandstone for this section than we're going to use for the bottom section. I've gathered up all of the sandstone, so we're good to go there. And that means it is time for another third-person time-lapse of me finishing up this thing. Hopefully we can get everything done, and it should end up looking really cool. And I hope that TFC is impressed. Although, I'm thinking that he might just be quite frustrated, as that's going to be a lot of sandstone to clear. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, around about an hour, maybe an hour and a quarter later, we have got ourselves a gigantic cone down at the bottom of TFC's eye. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not disappointed with it, but I feel like the original, like the first impressions were brilliant, right? It looked like it was going to turn out really awesome. For some reason right now, this looks like a fish to me. I don't know why it doesn't look like an ice cream at the minute. It does, there is an ice cream element to it. Okay, I'm currently using my camera account here to fly around so I can show you a little bit better. I think the problem might be the fact that this area down at the bottom here is really dark, so I'm considering chucking in a little bit of light just to light all of it up. I think that will help actually, so I think I'm going to do that real quick. But it's done. It's actually done, and it's there, and it's looking good. Now, the bottom of the cone has been lit up, and that's really helped the situation, and also, I went up to the top and I added these little things, these like little wafer bump type deals. And there we go. It's actually looking like an ice cream cone now, which is cool. It actually looks like an ice cream. I'm pretty happy, although what I will say is as it's getting darker, it is beginning to get a little bit darker around the bottom. So ideally, we would have lit up the entire cone. But that said, that sort of underlighting thing, that looks really cool, doesn't it? That's a cool looking build right there. So I have to say, I'm actually quite pleased with this, alright? I was a little bit disheartened halfway through the build because I realised it was going to take absolutely ages. Then I was disheartened at the end of the build because I realised it took a very long time and it didn't look particularly brilliant. But now I have fixed up all of the problems and I think that this is actually a really awesome looking prank. I'm pretty happy with it, although what I will say, if we just head inside here, is that what I have essentially done is I've created a pretty large just mob spawner for TFC here. There's quite a few mobs on the inside area here. So I don't really know what to do about that because I can't get inside to light it up without creepers exploding and me getting knocked back to the bottom. So I'm just going to have to hope that TFC doesn't spawn inside his base and have to travel through here because A, that will sort of spoil the prank, but B, the chances are the prank will get destroyed anyway. So, yeah. There's a chance that might happen. But anyway, final pranky bits left to do now for my little fella that's standing on this tree. We have got to place down a sign telling TFC what's happened, and that's about it, really. There we go. I think that just about does the job. Look, I have got, whoa, a leg spike by the look of things, but also I have got myself an ice cream for ice cream from Mumbo. So, yep, that is the sign. That should tell him exactly who's done it and what this is meant to be, just in case he doesn't quite grasp it. Now, one quick thing that I do just want to say is I apologise to TFC for taking out your vines. I hadn't realised that they were strategically placed. I took out a few of the vines. There's still a few on the inside. But as it happens, look, can you see those tiny bits of string there? Those are there to stop the vines from continuing growing. And I hadn't realised this. I thought they were like free growing things, which means that I've taken out quite a lot of vines there that are probably going to be frustrating to place back. So I do apologise for that. I also apologise for the fact that I have created this almighty beast down at the bottom of your eyeball that you've now got to clear up. But I guess that's the nature of pranking. You put a moustache on Shrek, I put an ice cream cone on the bottom of your eye. It's how it all happens. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.